Hi, it's Sue again, and I'm here again with David Selig from Advice Dynamic Partners. This is another video coming from San Francisco. We were talking in our previous video about mergers and acquisitions and talking about how you can make a successful transaction within a firm or with a management buyout. What I want to touch on now is probably one of the biggest challenges that we've talked about when a business owner is selling their business, and that's the emotional connection that they have with the business. So I want to talk about your tips on how to prevent that from damaging the deal for both parties.
Yeah, I mean, here in the United States, it's been said that 80% or so of advisory firms would prefer to do an internal transition, but the vast majority don't, and they aren't able to. So the question really is why, and there are probably a couple good reasons. One is you probably want to hire a good advisor, perhaps an investment banker, to help you with this complex transaction, because the complexity is going to drive fear, it's going to drive confusion, and a lot of emotion. So in order to minimize that emotion, perhaps consider hiring somebody who's arm's length from the transaction, who will give you an arm's length evaluation and realistic appraisal of the situation and of the business, and who you can rely on to remain objective and independent. The other is set your expectations properly as the seller. You know, who are you selling this business to? It's your management team, it's your employees, perhaps it's your son or daughter. And you have to acknowledge that those people are not you, they're not like you, they're not going to be another you. So, and maybe selling to somebody who's not like you is a good thing, but I've often seen sellers trip themselves up thinking, well, I just don't see the right person, they're not like me. Well, in this generation, that might not be a realistic expectation.
And there is that balance there. You certainly want to find someone that you trust that is going to look after your clients, and you could sleep at night knowing you're passing them into good hands, but knowing that, yes, you're not going to be able to find someone that is exactly like you, and that's okay.
That's right, that's right. It's often said here in the States that for every one of you, you need 3 of them. And you're not going to replace you with just another you. It may be 2 or 3 other people who you need to groom and hand over the reins to. And they're going to have their own skill sets and unique abilities that are going to complement each other and hopefully take your firm to the next level.
Absolutely. That's great. Thank you very much. That's another Moment with Sue and David Selig.